So, welcome everyone to our special evening with Sarah. Well, it's evening for me here in Denmark, and I guess we're all in different times of the day, all around the globe. And today we're in a new moon. I don't think I realised when I booked this, actually. But when I woke up this morning, I really felt like that energy had lifted. And I was like, oh, what's happened? And I actually got my moon calendar out and look, because like I do try and stay in touch with the moon and what it's doing. But sometimes life just takes over, doesn't it? And it's like, and I'd completely lost track. And it's like, yeah, new moon in Pisces. And in the UK, although I live in Denmark, I still follow some of the British things, not everything, but it's Mother's Day today. And that actually changes every year. It's the same as Easter. It's connected to Easter, and it's the new moon before the full moon of Easter. So this is really tied to the old ways, the old religions, and it's a goddess thing, really. So we're in very divine feminine energy today, this evening, for our time together. And Sarah's gone very blue. You might notice that I've got a blue screen behind me and I'm wearing blue. And this is really a cosmic aspect of Sarah. And maybe we'll find out why. I don't know why we've suddenly gone blue tonight. So this evening is really driven by Sarah. So I'm going to be tuning into her all the time and seeing where she wants to take us next. And it's really an opportunity for us to be in Sarah's energy. So I had the urge to start offering this on Patreon. So I have a Patreon page. And I've had that for some years now. And I paused it last year. I was quite unwell and I took some months off work. And then this year, everything started up again. Everything started happening again. And the energies have been pretty intense this year. I think some of you would agree with me on that. And a lot of the work that I offer with Sarah is quite challenging. You have to work quite hard because it is really a lot about working with yourself, changing your energy body, doing a lot of like the ascension process. There's quite some stuff involved in that. And it really felt like it was coming through to like offer a space where we can just sit and be with Sarah and get some respite and some sanctuary. And that's what these evenings are about. And so I wanted to offer the first one free so that as many people could join as possible. And also so you can get to see kind of, what we're doing on Patreon. So if you don't know Patreon, it's a creators platform and it's a place where creators of any type can offer all sorts of stuff. So like, it's a bit like a mini website. So on that, I have loads of Sarah meditations, Sarah prayers, Sarah channelings, Sarah teachings, Sarah chants. And that's been building up for some years. So I have like more than 300 posts on there with loads of different stuff on there. So, and this is a monthly thing that is going to be part of the Patreon. I have people who've been patrons on there and supported my work for years and years, and I'm really, thank you. I'm really grateful, because there's quite long periods in my work where I'm writing, I'm developing courses, and I'm not actually getting paid, or I'm doing my accounts, or all of these things that take a lot of time but don't actually generate any income. So it really helps me get through these kind of very lean periods. And it's also a beautiful way for me to offer things that actually would be a bit difficult to offer otherwise, because Patreon holds so much of like stuff that I've done in the past, and it can be found. I make up lists and put them on. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to bring in Sarah's presence. So, get yourself nice and comfortable, and if you're in a safe space to do so, you can close your eyes and take some nice deep breaths as we come into sacred space together. Just take some deep breaths. And we're being welcomed into this beautiful new moon Piscean energy that we have today. Very, very divine feminine energy. And just to have that in your mind, that we're coming into Sarah's sacred circle. And Sarah's sacred circle, it's a space of energy. And we create this circle together as we connect side by side. And we invite Sarah right into the center of our circle. Sarah comes in right into the center of our circle. And she's presencing herself very gently, very powerfully. And as she comes in, she is opening up a heart space within each of us. As she comes into the center of our circle as a pillar of light, a pillar of energy, she is opening up a heart space in each of us, exactly as is right for each of us. You might like to place your hands over your heart if it feels good or comfortable or is practical for you to do so. And just ask Sarah to presence herself physically around you, if that feels okay for you right now. To ask Sarah to presence herself physically with you right now. There's lots of layers to the physical. There's the etheric layer. That is part of the physical world. So is the mental and the emotional, the astral. So Sarah can be with us physically without having to be a literal person standing with us. And that's really important to know, because Sarah's an ascended master for the New Age. She is here to walk with us as we co-create the new earth with all of the kingdoms of the divine. We're here to co-create the new earth as the divine will pours through each of us, so that we are the divine's will. We are the hands and feet of the divine upon the earth. And so it's a really holy day today. With this new moon in Pisces, we have this energy of new beginnings, new seeds, and also with it being Mother's Day in the UK, which is this sort of Christian festival that actually is tied to the moon and goes back hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years, lost in antiquity. Just feel your body letting go of tensions, letting go of stresses and strains of your everyday life. And just keep breathing in peace and breathing out stress. And I'm going to tune into Sarah and ask her where she wants us to go next this evening. So she's focusing me straight back to the heart center. And my thoughts are turning back to what I was saying about why these Sarah channeling evenings are being offered, particularly because of the pressures and strains that we're under right now at this time on the earth. And our heart centers, they're right at the center of us. They're right slap bang in the middle of our energy system, between the chakras that are more connected to the earth and the chakras that are more connected to the higher dimensions. And it's through our hearts that we can contact our inner wisdom, through our higher self, our divine spark. And so if we have contact with this place as much as we can, we have an inner lamp, an inner compass. And in these times, that is so vital for each of us, to have that lifeline when it's needed, when the shit really hits the fan, excuse my French. This is where we need to go, into the heart center. So Sarah is asking us to breathe into our hearts. I feel myself getting so hot now. This energy is pouring in. She's saying, breathe into your heart. and trust in me, trust in the divine mother, the divine father, all that is, trust and faith, faith and trust. And have this, if you can, as a beautiful practice in your life. To trust that the divine always has your highest possibilities, that the intention of the divine is always something good for you, even though perhaps you can't see it in that moment. And she's saying, breathe into your heart. So Sarah is a face for the divine. She is a being of light that holds a particular quality of the divine, as are we all, as are all the different gods and goddesses and ascended masters and angels. They are all holding a particular aspect of the divine, and so is Sarah. And she is pouring her beautiful light into each of our hearts at this very moment. You might want to just place your hands upright let them rest gently on your legs if that's comfortable, or by your side. And just hold yourself in a posture of receiving, or just have an attitude, an intent of receiving all that the divine wishes for you right now. And Sarah's asking you to breathe in divine peace, divine joy, and you're being given the energy signatures of these things. You don't have to feel them right now. Just know that you're receiving these little packets of energy that are coming directly into your heart center, where they'll kind of sit until they're ready, that moment where they need to give forth a little of their essence. Just keep breathing into your heart. Divine hope, divine love. And the more we receive these energies like we are right now, the more we come into alignment with our divine self. and the sacred soul. So as you sit here and breathe in these vibrations, you're becoming more and more aligned to your sacred self. And I'm just going to open up to Sarah now and let her channel directly. And when I channel Sarah, it's more than just the words coming through. She's also sending through transmissions and blessings to those people who are listening to her now and in the future. It's a doorway for divine light to come through. So I'll go quiet for a moment, and then when I start speaking again, I'll be bringing through Sarah's vibration and energy and sacred wisdom and words. Blessings, blessings. I am Sarah. I honor you for being here this day, for coming and joining together in sacred circle. Each one of you creating sacred community as you stand together side by side, bringing through the light of the divine. Imagine now that that light of the divine is pouring down into your heart and filling each cell of your body as if you were a sacred light bulb, a sacred light source. Feel that happening now through the gateway, the doorway, the portal of your heart center. Your heart center that is so perfectly balanced between heaven and earth and gives you the unique advantage of being able to receive from the higher dimensions, the heavenly realms, and pour this beautiful light of spirit through your bodies, down into the earth. Each of you a beautiful chalice, receiving Mother, Father, God's light and love. If you like, you can imagine you are that chalice, that your body is that cup. You are that holy grail, filling more and more with this divine light. And then see all of you together in sacred circle, all of these divine lights, full of the light of the divine. And so your circle is growing brighter and brighter. And we call in beautiful angels to oversee the distribution of this light. we call on the nature spirits, the devas, the elemental guardians. And we ask them for their help and assistance in taking this light, this love, this divine energy where it needs to go on the earth. And so see that light now flowing down through your body, down through your feet. Fluid light pouring down through the energy lines that come out from your feet down into the earth. And see them being taken by the earth elementals and beings of light as each collect and do their sacred task, taking this beautiful light and love and energy to places where it is most needed, and to those who need this energy and support. And just imagine that beautiful love that's coming through you, being gifted and given across the globe for the highest good and the highest possible intent. Keep breathing into your hearts, knowing that you can refill your chalice, your cup, and I ask you now to think of things in your own life or in your own situation that you would like to send this beautiful divine light to. Things that you feel require some divine intervention. Things that are challenging in your own lives, your own health. And ask these beautiful divine beings and elementals to assist you and see that light filling you and then going out to exactly the thing where you need help the most. And you simply need to allow this to happen with each breath. And it might be that there are others in your life that you know who you feel needs help and healing. And so we can ask that if their higher self wishes to receive that help, that it be so. And again, just imagine the divine light coming into your body, that you're filling up like the chalice, the Holy Grail. And then beautiful angels come in and assist that energy in being distributed where it is needed. And so just take a moment of prayer to ask quietly inside yourself, or speak their names out loud, for the help that is needed for each of the people that you know in your lives. That you would like to receive this beautiful love and light of the divine. If it is in accordance with the will of their higher self, so mote it be, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Amen. All is well, all is well, all is well. I am Sarah, and my love is always with you. If you need my help, if you need my support, call on me. I will always be there. Whether you feel my presence or not, if you call on me, ask for my help, I am always there in that moment, in that second, supporting you, being by your side, helping you to find the divine in each situation, in each moment. Blessings are upon you each and every moment of every day. All is well. All is well. All is well. Blessed be. Amen. Just take your attention back to your physical body. Feel yourself in your physical body. You might want to have a stretch, take a drink of water. And have the intent that you are coming back into your normal levels of awareness now, back from the high vibrational space that we've been in, grounding now down through your feet into the earth, feeling more and more grounded with every moment. So I'm just going to tune into Sarah again. And Sarah is asking if there is anything that anybody feels that they need to direct some extra attention towards. It could be a situation in their own life. It could be a situation that is particularly weighing on them, that's happening in the world. And we can just spend a couple of minutes working with that if somebody has something like that. Is there anyone who wants to use this moment to direct some divine light towards something in particular? Somebody just wave at me if there is. Hi, Melanie.
Hey, since she's asking,
Yeah.
clarity for all of us in the messages that we get from her or our guides, and clarity with her. Yeah, you know, and the steps of life that we make, and sometimes the messages I get can seem oh, like I've got ego in them, or fear. So anyway, thank you.
You're welcome, Melanie. So that's something that you would like, is to have more clarity for the messages from spirit, so you know that they're Sarah. Something that she's said to me a lot over the years that she's very good at is leading us towards what is real and away from what is unreal. So I think that's a really cool thing to ask for. So let's just spend a moment asking for those of us who would like to have that. And for Melanie to have more clarity in the messages that we get from spirit. So just focus your intent. If you don't have that intention yourself, you can focus your intention upon the people who would like to have that's here with us. And we'll bring in Sarah's violet flame to start with. So Sarah's violet flame, it's a beautiful violet lilac energy. And just imagine that situation in front of you somehow. So you could be bringing the violet flame down through yourself, or you could just like imagine in front of you, like, more clarity, please, for those who like it, those who need it, those who want it. And just see Sarah's violet flame coming down through yourself or into the situation that you're asking for other people. Take some nice deep breaths. Sarah's violet flame comes in, down through this situation, this request, this prayer, this hope. And as Sarah's violet flame comes in, it is transforming and transmuting those energies that need to be shifted, some that need to be released, let go of, some that need to be transformed into something new. And then I'm being given the image of like windscreen wipers in a car. So just in some way, imagine that more clarity is coming in. I'm getting the windscreen wipers. So there's sort of a clear like sight line to look through. And with this, we can call in Sarah's white flame of divinity. The Sarah's white flame of divinity is all of the qualities of our divine selves and our divine spark. And imagine this beautiful white flame coming in now. It's bringing in all of those higher things that we're practicing and calling in for ourselves and for each other in our sacred circle of community. So we help each other and assist each other and support each other. This divine clarity, this energy of divine clarity is coming in. Very softly and gently, like on the beautiful wings of a white dove. Mm. And then Sarah's third flame. There's 3 aspects to her flame. And the third aspect is the green flame. And this is the green flame of manifestation and of healing. And this is the energy that makes things so upon the earth. And so is the last piece of the puzzle. And just ask then this green flame that's coming in, that it's manifesting this clarity for all of those who's asking for it. All of those who will benefit from it and who are saying, yes, please, to more clarity in their lives, more clarity about the spiritual messages that are being received, the spiritual signals that are being given, and just generally having clearer sight, spiritual sight, to know and understand the wisdom of the divine. And this green energy, it's coming in and it feels grounding, it feels supportive, it feels like it's taking the magical and bringing it into everyday life and saying, yeah, of course you can have that. Of course it can be so. All is well, all is well, all is well. It brings in that magical divinity and weaves it in to our bodies, to the world around us, to the everyday and the material, weaves it in through all of that, all of that, all of that. And then give your thanks to everything that you have received in this time. Give your thanks to Sarah and all of the kingdoms, the angelic kingdoms, the elemental, all of the kingdoms of the earth and of heaven. And feel yourself bringing all of this into oneness in yourself, integrating it, allowing it to be integrated. Your higher self has been connecting with you. You have been connecting with your higher self, your divine soul. And so just as these things settle down within each of us, I'd really love to hear anybody's experiences that they've had this evening, anything they'd like to share. We can take a few moments to settle and ground together by listening to what's been happening in our circle this evening as we've worked together and been together. So if you want to say something, just give me a wave. Suzanne.
Thank you, Rachel. That was beautiful. I find it interesting that you went into the heart space, because I really feel that Sarah is balancing that out, and also with the divine feminine and the divine masculine, that she's so adept at balancing, which is so important now, because we see the great imbalance and how it's affected humanity. And the gift of Sarah is to allow people to become aware that these two sides exist within them. And I think many people don't even realize it. So I thank you for bringing that to light, and for assisting humanity in these gatherings to allow that balance to take place and go into the heart space and really find that aspect of love within us that we could share in a more authentic way without condition, so to speak. So to recognize that we are filled with these qualities to share with humanity that is so needed at this time. So thank you. That was my experience. I feel very full and balanced, and I thank you for sharing that with us. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Suzanne. And as you were speaking, I could feel like the energy that she's been working with in the heart, like still expanding, and also the throat as well. And I thought, yeah, it's been quite expansive.
Yes, and I also feel, you mentioned the throat, the power of discernment in what we speak, because I don't think people realize the power in their words, and especially if you're in tune in the spiritual community, as we all here are, that the power of our words and the encouragement to man, womankind, whoever crosses our path, has such great impact, that the love that we share with one another is so important now, because people are so discouraged and they are so pushed and pulled in so many directions, that the power of the word is, I think, so important. I've always been acutely aware of that in my presentations as well. So thank you for mentioning that about the throat as well.
Yeah,
And the
thank you.
blue with the
Yeah,
throat, of course, there you go.
yeah. It suddenly all just went blue today.
Yeah.
And Karen is saying absolutely, Suzanne. She's really appreciating your words there, as do we all. And yeah, who else wants to say something? Cheryl, did I see you waving there?
Well, I mean, that was so eloquently stated. I mean, what can I say besides those words, Suzanne, were just so beautiful. And so was this whole hour. I mean, where I went was just such a beautiful, calm, peaceful place. And I'm really grateful for that. And I have been really more and more trying to incorporate going to that heart space and staying there. So you can go there, but then, I mean, I'm speaking for me, I can go there, but then in an hour or two, I'm right back into reality and, struggling. So I'm trying to work with Sarah to stay in that space. I've been even picturing her taking my hand and just being there with me to do something like that. So, I mean, I feel lighter, taller. I mean, all of those adjectives I can use that. I mean, what this did was just absolutely, put me in that space now where I have the confidence. I'm calling on Sarah, but I have the confidence now and the knowing. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Cheryl. It's really lovely to hear. And I think something special happens when we come together in a circle like this and all connecting together to this beautiful divine energy. And the picture behind me, I don't know who that artist is actually. I've not been able to find it on, you can search on the internet for images. I've not been able to find it, who it is, but if I'm thinking of it as being Sarah, it's like she's holding us all in her heart. She's like holding the earth in her heart, you know? And yeah, it's, it's really hard for us to feel like we can be of service if we don't feel held. We need to feel held, and she holds us. She holds us. So is there anybody else who'd like to say something? I'd really love to hear you. Yes, Julie.
Sorry, just trying to unmute there. Yeah, this is my first experience of joining with anything, any of the Sarah things. And hang on, I've got another thing on. Yes, it just feels wonderful. It just felt so very gentle. Am I echoing?
You are echoing. Have you got a speaker on? Turn your speaker off and then.
Yes, let me
You're right.
turn. I think that's it. Is that? Oh no, it's not. I've got my phone on and I've got my computer on because I can't have the Zoom. Anyway, I won't go into the boring technicalities of it. But yes, just to say, it just feels very, very gentle,
Yeah.
which is absolutely. Yeah, I definitely like to join other. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is that any better?
That's it. Well done.
That's better. I've put the
Yeah.
earplugs in it. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you so much. It just felt very, very light. The energy felt very, very light and pure, and just kept feeling like I was receiving flowers and I was in a sort of a churchyard. You know, that kind of, I kept getting a sense of Glastonbury. It was
Have you been seeing the Glastonbury? Stuff? Yeah, so we're going there. We're going there next month. And yeah, we're doing a Sarah retreat in Glastonbury in April.
Okay.
Yes. And I haven't actually mentioned that tonight. So that's really amazing that you were getting that. And
yes, I kept sensing the Abbey and just the bottom, like near the bottom of the high street near the Abbey. I was very, that's
because the retreat is being held in the Abbey House, which is on the grounds of the Abbey.
I've gone all tingly. You've not advertised this then? It's not been on your.
I have, I have. It's on my. It's on my website. But I haven't said where it's being held, like in the Abbey House or anything like that.
I haven't picked up on that then. Oh, that's really.
No.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to have a look,
I can see it.
My website, it's rachelgoodwin.dk. We have 2 places left, and it's on my events. It's on my events page. So, but I'm working really, really intensely with that at the moment, and we do actually have an event on April the 7th, an online event where it's called Sarah and the Lilac Dragons. And so we get to experience how working with, so they're the lilac flame dragons, and they are amazing for clearing physical space. And there's some like pre-clearing work that we need to do around the tour. And yeah, we're going to do that online, and there's going to be a meditation that I'm asking people to do to help us, because we're actually upgrading like a energy power place of Sarah's in Glastonbury on April the 20th. So some of us will be there physically, and then we're asking people to help and support, because it's quite a big deal, actually. Something really big is going on. And I have somebody who lives in Glastonbury who's coming on the retreat, and she's been out walking the places where we're going to be going, and she's been living there a long time. She's already picking up that things are starting to come in and things are starting to open up, and it's just like, oh my God, this is really happening. Oh my God. And it's been I've been in Glastonbury so much, like when I lived in the UK, but I've been in Denmark for over 10 years now, so I haven't been there
Oh, wow.
in all
Oh,
that time. So yeah, it's
that'll be amazing for you to go back then, won't it?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have to like calm myself down sometimes because it's a bit overwhelming. Like, oh my God. And like I have to travel there and all that as well on top of it. So, but anyway, sorry, I went off a bit there. But so welcome, Julie. It's really
Thank
lovely.
you.
Really
Oh, thank
lovely.
you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else like to say something? Just wave at me if you do. So lovely to hear all of this.
I'm not sure how to wave, but
No, I don't know. I know there's a thing where you can wave, but I just generally ask people to just wave at me, but that's fine. You can just say you want to wave. I'm not that
okay.
technical.
Yeah, I just want to say it was a really wonderful experience. I felt it really lightened my experience of the day.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah, and I could really feel like you know, I don't know, like the Lamenciate is very much in my field. And as Sarah came in, I could just feel like my whole body, start to do that figure eight, giving
Oh,
and
lovely.
receiving. And I also felt, which was really interesting, I felt a really like powerful activation with my heart and my third eye.
Mm.
And I don't know if that's because I've recently been connecting just with because I think there's an aspect, right, of just not feeling safe, right?
Yeah.
Of seeing more there. And I feel like, she kind of came in and, just to kind of like, I guess help with that. And then the other part I really loved, and I've been doing more of this, with just some challenges my husband's been going through, right? Just he's very much in that, with his business and um, I love how you brought the higher self in for others, because I'm really seeing how powerful that is. Like not saying so much to him, but just connecting, if his higher self is willing to receive, right? The assistance and the power in that of just, like not having to efforting with helping the person, just letting it kind of unfold in that way. And just how beautiful that is, just to arrive at that place and see that manifest is really lovely. And so I like how you brought that into the practice today.
Yeah, and it's quite a fine tightrope to walk when we want to help other people, because it's not always the right thing to help other people.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, sometimes it is the right thing to help other people.
Yes.
So that thing where you like you send it out and then give it to the divine, basically, in some way. And then, if it happens, if it's supposed to, and you just let go of, because our egos can need to help people sometimes in a way that's not, maybe that, speaking as a former nurse, nurses are really really can get really caught up in over helping, and
100%.
yeah,
And they have to be willing to receive. And I find when
yeah,
I do that, then he'll come to me, right? And maybe ask for advice. And so it just makes it, yeah, interesting.
But yeah. And I like what you said about, with the third eye. I mean, that's it. When we come in these sacred circles together and we're opening up to whatever it is that we need, then we will receive whatever it is that we need. And it might not necessarily be something that was the intention for the evening or something that I'm talking about. It's like we're creating an opportunity to be given stuff, basically, which is really nice, isn't it? So
Yeah.
thank you, Lara. Nice to hear from you.
Thank you.
Karen says, likewise, being a group of togetherness is even more powerful, serene and calming. Yes, it's really been lovely having you all here, and I'm really excited to see some of you in real living life people next month in Glastonbury, because I don't get to do a lot of spiritual work directly with people like I used to back in the day when I was in the UK. And it's like, I love doing my online work, but it's a real special treat for me to get to see some of you in real life living person. So I'm really looking forward to that. Is there anybody else who would like to say something? Speak up now.
I'd just like to say the sky's clearing here in Pennsylvania. It stopped raining, so thank you.
Well,
Your spirits.
that must have been Sarah.
It was.
No, we're very grateful for the rain as well, aren't we? Like water of life and all that. Thank you, everyone. Been lovely to see you all, hear you all. If you want to join us again, the next one is on April the 7th. Not April the 7th, that's not true. It's the 14th of April. April the 7th is Sarah and the Lilac Dragons. That's the class we're going to do where we do all Lilac Dragon stuff. The next evening like this, and that is through Patreon, which is, it's patreon.com/Rachel Goodwin, but you can find it on my website, which is rachelgoodwin.dk, because I'm in Denmark. You can see everything. I've got podcasts on there, I've got classes, I've got a blog, I've got people say, why do you do so much? I get confused. I keep trying to cut it down, but then I just get inspired and then I just do more of it. So yeah. Rosie said, thanks so much. I went really deep, much appreciated. Wonderful. Lots of love, everyone. Hope to see you again. Bye. Night, everybody. Bye. Bye, Elizabeth. Bye. Yeah.